All right, y'all. We back with a little update. You feel me? And in case you're wondering, yes, I lost all my hair from the last video to this one. Because these people stressing me out. I've been bald as hell. Hey, but nah. So look, it was supposed to be 6 weeks until my results came back. I ended up getting my shit back in like 4 weeks. I think I sent the test off December 12th. I got my shit back like January 8th, 9th, something like that. So this was going on, right? They gave me a full breakdown of my genealogy. You know what I'm saying? Found out I'm 30% Nigerian, which is crazy, right? 30%, that's a big ass percentage of Nigerian. I'm like 15% Ghanaian. So I always had a strong love for the country of Ghana. I always had a strong love for that country. I always said if I went to Africa, I was going to Ghana. Of course, I got to go to Egypt. My name is Egyptian, Osiris. So I got to go to Egypt. But now, I really got to go to Nigeria. I'm 30%. You feel me? So that's what's up. Let me learn a little bit about that. Other than that, you know, they give you a full breakdown of like your traits. They show you like where you get your personality traits from and stuff like that. Which parent, all of that. The main thing that I was on that for was basically, you know, I'm trying to find my father. So I was looking to see which parent was which, what side of the family I got cousins on, stuff like that. It is very, very overwhelming. I ain't gonna hold you. It only give you parent 1 and parent 2. It don't tell you which parent is which until those parents take a DNA test through Ancestry. So I basically had to put the pieces together to figure out which parent was which line. So parent 1, I got 6,500 matches, which is crazy, 6,500 matches. Majority of these people that I'm matched with, that I got DNA with, they like distant family, 4th cousins, even 3rd cousins, stuff like that. It's people all over the country. I even got like white people as like 4th cousins. It's crazy. Parent 2, I had like 8,900 matches or something like that, some crazy number, which is crazy. They even get you down to the last names that show most frequently in those family trees. So in parent 1 tree, the second name on the list was like Johnson. So that's my last name. So I just figured that was my mom's side because she has her dad's last name. So I'm just figuring, okay, parent 1 might be my mom. Parent 2, I had like 8,000 matches or something with. It wasn't very many close family members that I saw through Ancestry. I had a couple second cousins and stuff like that on that list. Parent 1, I found 3 first cousins. They either my mom's cousin's kids or they are my first cousins because my grandfather had some more kids that we didn't know about. And maybe they his kids, right? Most likely that's the case. My grandfather was a piece of shit, so most likely he got some kids that we don't fucking know about, right? The main thing I noticed on that tree was, like I said, I had 3 first cousins. They all lived down south. I found one lady, her name was Laura. She was from Memphis, I believe. She from Memphis or Alabama. I gotta look again. But I actually reached out to her. I messaged her on the app on Ancestry.com, and she hit me right back. She said she could possibly answer some questions for me. She sent me her phone number, and I messaged her back and asked her what was a good time to call. I haven't called yet. Honestly, I've been a little nervous. I don't know. 1, I don't know the right time to call. 2, I think I got to get my questions together. Because if she is my first cousin, that means that we are very closely related, which would be one more step to me finding my father, which is kind of got me a little apprehensive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous. I don't know what is the right time to call. Also, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna ask this lady. She's on my mom's side. So most likely she's like one of my mom's first cousins or nieces and nephews or something like that. Most likely she don't even know my mom. She from down south. So she'll be finding out that her parents or aunties and uncles have other siblings too. So it's a little much, But I'm gonna reach out to her, I'm gonna call her, and we're gonna get some things discussed. I talked to another sibling of mine. Her name was Samantha. She lives in the DMV, that was crazy. Like went from all Southern relatives to somebody on the East Coast. And she actually told me she was awarded a state. She don't know her family. So I'm like one of the first people of her family to reach out to her, and she found. So I was asking her stuff like, have she met her parents and stuff like that. I'm actually waiting on her to hit me back and let me know. Because she's a second cousin. So that's pretty close too. I mean, her parents are my first cousins. That's pretty close. So if I can find some information about who her parents are, who her grandparents are, stuff like that, that will help me in this journey. You feel me? Okay, so the final person that reached out to me was an older lady. I'm not even gonna say her name because she weird. That's just what it come down to. I messaged her on Ancestry.com. She got a lot of trees. She know a lot of people in the family. She's traced supposedly my dad's side of the family back all the way to Africa. And I can believe that because it say I'm 30% Nigeria. So clearly I got African family like that's still in America, or still a strong bloodline in America. So I messaged this lady and she basically was like, yeah, I'm your third cousin on your dad's side. I don't quite know how she knew she was on my dad's side because I can't tell. Mine just says parent 1 and parent 2. But she said, I'm your third cousin on your dad's side. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. So if you're my third cousin, that means you're my grandfather's cousin, meaning you're my dad's second cousin and you're my third cousin, right? The lady wouldn't answer any of my questions. I asked her who her parents were. I asked her who her siblings were. She told me she had like 10 siblings. I asked her who her siblings were because most likely one of her siblings is related, how can I put this? One of her siblings, they're all my third cousins. So that means one of her siblings is my father's cousin or my father's parent. So it's vital to know that information. I need to know like who is her siblings, who are her grandparents, who are her children, stuff like that. She told me to add her on Facebook. I added her on Facebook. When I did add her on Facebook, I was asking her the relevant questions. Like, who is this person? Who is that person? I see you got the trees, but I don't know who on that tree is directly related to you. She kept telling me, refer to the tree on Ancestry. And I'm just like, the tree is kind of confusing. It's a lot of people. I don't know who is who. I don't know who's related to you. I don't know anything. So if you could just point me in the right direction and just give me your siblings' names or your parents' names, I could find them on the tree and I can go from there. But she would never do that. She never gave me nobody names. She kept asking me questions about my family, like my grandfather and my mom and my grandmom. And these are all people that are on my mom's side that you're asking me about. If you're my third cousin on my dad's side, why are you asking me about people on my mom's side that you don't know anything about? Then she proceeds to tell me that she was awarded a state and she found her family when she was 21. This lady's 76 years old, meaning she's been at this for 55 years, putting these trees together, finding all her family, tracing the roots back and all of that. That's commendable, but you're not helping me. You feel me? Like, I'm 34 and I'm trying to find my people, and you literally have the key to do that and you're not helping me. I'm asking who people are. She telling me look through trees and where the family from. The family name is supposed to be Shields. So I'm looking at the shields on her tree. I can't put the pieces together without her help. So, yeah. So the last message I sent her was, look, I see the trees. I just don't know who is who on the tree. And the next message she sent me was, this must be a joke. Basically she cussed me out, bro. She basically told me like, this must be a joke and I'm the only genealogist in the family. I had 10 siblings, I'm the last one left. You can go on Ancestry and take courses on how to do what I did. And then she blocked me on Facebook. So, I don't know, bro. That's weird, right? I'm asking you questions about the family. You on Ancestry. You say you're willing to help. And then I ask you questions that you can't answer or don't want to answer. And you block me. That's weird as fuck. So, that's one down. That was one lead that I thought I had that I don't have. So I'm back to square one with this shit, basically. And it's frustrating, you feel me? One last person that reached out to me was now this is not my auntie, but this is my sister's auntie on her dad's side. You get it. If you don't, whatever. It is what it is. But this is my sister's auntie basically reached out to me and she told me that my father, she's the third person to tell me that I am named after my father. She's the third person to tell me that his name is Osiris. She's the first person to tell me that he's a police officer, Chicago police officer. She claims that he's a Chicago police officer. He was very involved in my life when I was a baby and that he used to pay her to babysit me. I don't know if I believe this information or not. This is the third person to tell me his name, so I am gonna go off that name. I am gonna go off the Chicago police officer thing. I'm gonna look into it and see what I can find. Even if I find this guy with my name, if he's not my father, at least he can tell me more about my mom. You know what I'm saying? But it's something I'm gonna look into. It might be another wild goose chase. I don't know. Basically, she said this nigga was involved. If this nigga was involved when I was a baby, how the hell you let DCFS take your baby from you, gang? Especially if you were a Chicago police officer. That don't make no sense to me. So that's what don't make sense to me. If this nigga was active in my life and he a CPD, meaning he got something going on with his life, at least he got a career. He could have been a dirty cop, whatever, but at least he got a fucking career. I'm thinking maybe this nigga had a wife or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why he ain't take custody of me or something like that. But my mama named me after him. So that's weird. It's weird. If the nigga is my father, that makes it even more weird. Because if you was a Chicago police officer and you was taking care of me and they snatched me up, why you ain't just take custody of me, gang? I could have probably had a whole different life. You know what I'm saying? I ain't holding no grudges or nothing, but come on, man. It was a lot of people dropped the ball when it came down to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Main thing that I'm taking from this process, because I'm trying to take something from this every step of the way. One of the main things I noticed about this is out of the 4 people I talked to, 2 of them were wards of the state, which is a sick ass cycle that's in my family. It's a lot of abandoned kids. It's a lot of incest. It's a lot of other bullshit that has occurred in my family that basically I feel like it's put a curse over us. People abandoning their kids and being on drugs and fall into the sickness of addiction is the very reason why, I'm in the position that I'm in right now and why I'm reaching out to my cousins and they are wards of the state too. It don't feel good, gang. It don't feel good. Like I would rather, meet my people and they doing something themselves or they know our family history and they can give me some insight. But it seemed like as of right now, I'm reaching out to a bunch of motherfuckers that's just as lost as me. And that shit is not a good feeling, bro. It is very overwhelming doing this shit. It does bring up a lot of emotion. And, you know, I'm just hoping we get through this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we actually make some headway. Cause this shit damn near full-time job just doing the research. But I'm keeping at it, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. We gonna rock out till we find somebody that got the same blood as me in their veins. So next time, man, hopefully I have some good news for y'all. I'm gonna make some phone calls, do some research, and I'll keep y'all updated.